All right, welcome back. We continue live right here at Pittsburgh CW. We got a bunch of tweets I want to read real quick. Rob Gateway says, in Neil Huntington's time here as GM, every NL Central team has won the division title at least twice, except the Pirates. The Cincinnati Reds haven't done that, have they? If so, then I have a bad memory. I know the other teams have been very good at it. I'll check that. Pit Guy 79 says, pick up Archer's option. I've seen enough of a trade gone horribly wrong. No need to throw more time in and money down a rat hole, is what he says. Thomas McGuire says, only an organization as sad as the Pirates would exercise an option to keep him. Dennis O says on Twitter at KD Pomp, rebuild is a kind way of saying the organization needs to be blown up from top to bottom. A lot of negative comments, and that's what happens when you go 2 of 14. Let's go to line 4. That's Mike in Bethel Park. Hey, Mike, what's up?
Good. Hey, Bob, if I may, you being up Latrobe the last couple of days, are you seeing more pop and energy and upbeat in the organization without the distractions we had the last couple of years?
You know, I saw that last year. I think the distraction thing was somewhat overblown. It was basically Antonio Brown. He was the distraction. He had an agenda. I mean, when we look back at this, he did not like the fact that Juju Smith-Schuster was taking over his Instagram popularity. He didn't like the fact that Juju Smith-Schuster was named MVP of the team. It could have been any other player, but it was Juju, and I think that just set him off. I've talked to enough people to know that that was the reason all of a sudden you saw those antics in the last week. And then, you know, he wanted to get out and make more money because he knew he had 2 years left at a very handsome salary, but he wanted more. So I think there's a lot of energy, and I think there's a lot of motivation. And we'll see if that, you know, translates to wins in the regular season. But I like the group of guys that I see, and we'll see what it takes them.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Line 1 we go. It's Bobby in Portersville. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Good. How are you today?
Like the white stripes. Good job. Hey,
All
listen,
right. Heinz
I'm
Healy's, baby.
good baseball fan and casual Pirate fan, I guess, but Chris Archer is just way too little. He's a small athlete. And
Yeah, but he still has velocity. As a pitcher, all you worry about is that arm.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's a reason that these guys are crushing him.
No,
Yeah,
it's location.
He throws his whole entire body into the pitch, and it's just...
It's bad location, simply that. It's not anything other than that. He's keeping the ball up in the zone. You can't do that. When you do that, you're going to get hit. There are too many good hitters in this league, and this is a year for home runs. We see him at a record rate, and when they're flying out to begin with, and you can argue the ball may be somewhat juiced, when you put it up where they can tee off on it, and that's what his problem has been. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it. One more call here. Let's go to Chaz in Penn Hills. Hey, Chaz. Chaz.
Yes.
Go ahead. You're on, man.
Yes. I am looking at the powers. Is that okay? I'm looking at the management from the ownership down, which we do not have a baseball.
You can't keep listening to yourself, Chaz. Sorry about that. Turn the TV down when you call again. We have time for one more, Johnny? All right, let's go out to Kevin in Derry Township. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, how you doing, Bob?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad, buddy. I'm first-time caller, and it's an honor to talk to you.
Thank you.
My question is, back in the day, I think they had a psychologist, like a kicker was kicking bad or a pitcher was pitching bad or something like that. They would bring in if I'm wrong, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I always thought they had somebody to talk to see what the heck's going on.
What do you think, Archer should have that? You know, thanks for the call. I don't know. Archer just needs to locate better, and whatever Ray Search is doing, he needs to stop it, and they got to come to some agreement on what he should use and how he should use his repertoire of pitches, because it ain't working the way it is right now. And on that note, we're out of time. It's not a good day, not a good weekend, another sweep. The Pirates, will talk about it on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown, plus Steeler stuff as well. I'm Bob Pompeani. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow night.